Hey guys, how are you? So I have a great news for all of you is that I have recorded my second TEDx talk, TEDxBPIT all over again just for you. So before the video starts, I just wanted to give all of you a disclaimer that all the rights and the copyright of the entire content lies with TEDx. The only reason I'm re-recording it is because unfortunately the audio quality and the video quality was not that good. So that's why I'm re-recording it on special demand. So I hope you guys like it. Watch the entire video, give me your feedback on it. And yes, if you're looking to join our course, then mail us at info@goelasf.in. I hope you like the video. Bye guys, take care.
Life is a struggle if one is in a career where his interest does not lie in. I consider myself to be very fortunate because from the very beginning I knew that my interests lie in stock markets. So much so that I opted not to go to college and start working in this field immediately after school. Stock markets. What is the first thought that comes in your head when I say this? For some, it could be this. For few, it may be this. But I am sure for everyone, it is definitely Wolf of Wall Street, right? It has made stock markets famous in our country. Now, in all our minds, it is preset that for stock markets, you have to be able to read companies, you have to be able to read economies, you have to be able to read everything in accounts. For stock markets, you have to be really smart, right? I thought the exact same thing. Now, in pursuit to become smart for stock markets, I did several courses on fundamental analysis, which is study of economic facts, on technical analysis, which is study of statistics. I read as many books I could get my hands on. You know, during all this while, people used to keep telling me that, Harsh, stock markets risky hai. How can you earn your main income through stock markets? Still, Harsh, I think you should have a parallel source of income. You know, and at that point, I was so arrogant, I just used to laugh it off. Please, uncle, just relax. Why? Because in my head, I was superior to everyone because my stock market study was backed up by fundamentals, technicals, and hardcore research. So with this, I started my investing journey in stock markets. In my first year of investing, I came out quits. So I thought, okay, why not tweak my strategy a little bit? In my second year of investing, I took a loss. So I thought, okay, why not change my strategy? In my third year of investing, I came out with a major loss. I used whatever rationality and research had to offer, and still I was left scratching my head. I still remember that I used to have sleepless nights. I was not sure if I chose the right career or not. I kept remembering the things people used to keep telling me about this is not a source of income, people do not earn here. And I just came to think that, is it actually possible that no one earns in stock markets? You know, but the maths did not work out. If no one was earning in stock markets, then the entire concept of stock market would fail, right? So I started reading a lot of newspapers, watching a lot of interviews, talking to a lot of people. I found a lot of mantras, but no solution. Then what was the secret? What was the secret to make money in stock markets? And by God's grace, the day where I would find all my answers had finally come. It was a normal working day. I went to my stockbroker's office to clear out some trades. So I went to him, he pointed me towards the register where he used to write down everyone's trades. I picked up the register and I started scrolling my personal dates. So I saw that, okay, on the date I sold, most of the people had sold with me. I flipped back. On the date I had bought, I saw that most of the people had bought with me. That was the eureka moment of my life. It is a fact that 9 out of 10 people lose money in stock markets. Then the easiest way to earn money is to do exactly opposite to what the 9 are doing, exactly opposite to what the majority is doing, right? After that, I gave myself another year where I collected 5 of my investor friends, and whatever they used to do, I used to do the exact opposite. If majority of them were buying, I used to sell. If majority of them were selling, I used to buy. And the entire year went by, and do you know how much profits did I came out with? I came out with a return of 30% per annum, which is insane. They didn't knew it, of course. You know, there's a very interesting fact about the human race, is that all of us are creatures of society. Us humans, we feel scared and out of place when we are alone. I'll give you an example. If suppose you have an exam tomorrow and you have studied nothing for it, you are scared, of course. Then you call your friend to ask him how much has he studied, and he tells you, I have studied everything. I did that 2 months ago, bro. So right now I'm just revising and I'm just chilling because I've completed all of my work. How will that make you feel? Scared? Anxious? Perplexed? Now you call your second friend and he tells you, यार even I haven't studied anything. अरे छोड़ ना यार. अरे भाई एक साथ फेल होंगे. Now how does this make you feel? Relaxed, right? Even when the result of you not studying is disastrous, you still feel more comfortable. Why? Because someone is there with you. All of us like to be around people. All of us like to be in herds. All of us feel safe and comfortable in herds. This is because of our emotions of greed, of trying to grab everything, and fear of being left alone. You know, in stock markets, whenever I used to buy something, I used to pen down my entire strategy. On paper, it used to be foolproof. But in reality, it never worked. Because on paper, I could not include the emotions. And in reality, my emotions of greed and fear were overpowering my strategy. So now, let's analyze how do our emotions of greed and fear affect our decision making in stock markets. Now this is how a general stock market cycle looks like. For the first 4 years, it's the bull run, and the next 3 years, it's the bear run. Now in the initial stages, all of us are holding on to heavy quantity of shares, and we've suffered major losses. Now as soon as the markets start to move up, we sell. It is the beacon of hope to quit the markets with at least something in hand. After which the market corrects a little, we get reconfirmed. Then the market turns up and we enter the denial phase. Here the markets keep on going up, but we are just not ready to accept that the markets are strong. We are just not ready to accept that we made a wrong decision here. The markets continue to grow up, where new investors start coming around stock markets, and this is the enthusiasm part. The enthusiasm starts to build up, new investors start to surround the markets, and everyone thinks that this time it is different. The markets then continue to go even higher, reaching a level of madness. Here, magazines like Autocar and Overdrive are printing about stock markets. There are WhatsApp jokes on stock markets. Stock markets is the new cool. And our emotions take over completely. How? The emotion of greed to not to miss out the profit. The emotion of fear to not to be the only one who's not investing in stock markets, because everyone else around me is investing in stock markets. The same thing happened in cryptocurrency just about 8 to 9 months back. because of such high increase in demand, the share prices soar up to a very high level, reaching the peak and making a financial bubble. After which the market corrects a little, and this is the anxious stage. Now all of us are scared. Did we make the right choice? Did we not make the right choice? Immediately after, the markets go up again, and this is the most dangerous thing. This is the final confirmation that all of us are right. This, my friends, is that exam that all of us are going to fail, but still we are happy. Why? Because everyone is together. This is that stock market crash that is going to happen, but still we are comfortable. Why? Because everyone has bought those shares. Then the inevitable happens, and this is the final straw on the camel's back. The markets come crashing down. Immediately after, the cycle repeats itself, and we again sell at the first sell-off. 1992 Harshad Mehta scam, 2000 dot-coms crash, 2008 real estate crash, all have been the same and they will remain the same. In stock markets, it's never different, it's always the same. Now just imagine if you could do the exact opposite, and you could buy here and sell here. Our Indian markets from 100 points has gone up to 33,000 points. Technically, all of us should have earned in the past 38 years, right? But that is clearly not the case. Why? Because we surrender to our emotions, we surrender to our psychology. I always used to believe that stock market is a study and research. Stock market is a science. It's only now I have discovered that stock markets is both a science and an art. A science of research and study. Something which I can teach you. Something we all know its importance of. An art of emotions. Something I can only guide you in, and something we often neglect. Both of them have to be used together to actually be successful in stock markets. You know, staying in a herd, our emotions of greed and fear, this is a human trait. This is a human psychology. Will it change overnight? No. It takes years of patience, practice, discipline, and most importantly, it needs a mentor. After all this, I am honored here to be invited on this stage, and I stand in front of you as an investor and a trainer in stock markets. And if I only had to give one advice to every investor there is, I would only say that all of your errors in stock markets are not because of misunderstanding your fundamentals or technicals. No. They are because of misunderstanding your emotions. The art of stock markets is to know how to handle your emotions. Thank you so much.